I'm here in the Valley of the Hudson, Hoffman Lodge, with my good friends Mark and Pete. Mark and Pete, I understand that you are listed as co-directors for this production of The 10th Degree that we're about to film. And I'd like to hear, what are the differences here? Who's playing what role? Who's doing what in this big picture?
Well, our backgrounds are quite different. You know, my background is organizational and management, coming from industry, so we kind of split it up, and Pete, having actual theatrical experience, he's the functional director of the actors. I, for the purpose of this degree, put together the cast, sourced the background, the location, catering services, and all the operational aspects of the degree, if you will.
Excellent. Well, there must be some challenges. You work with different people within the Valley from all around, right, to cast this production.
Yeah, that is the best.
And you're working with the script and these cast members. Tell me about that.
Well, you know, our valley is unique because it's really spread across 4 different locations. It's not just one central location. We're at one of the places we meet right now, but very diverse cast. So getting them all together has been a little bit of a challenge initially, but once we got them in the groove and getting a chance to looking at the degree together, you know, Mark makes it a lot easier because he's really taking care of everything functional.
Keeping it organized. So you're really acting more as like a production manager, stage manager.
Well, there you go.
And
he's our producer.
And you're, there you go.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
I got a mask on because I have COVID, so that's how I am.
I'm sorry.
Thank you very much.
I had it too, but it's gone.
Yeah, everybody got it.
That's right.
So thanks very much for helping me pull all this together.
Sure.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
But that's because we're more than just brothers, we're colleagues.
Absolutely.
We work at Supreme Council together.
We do.
Let the people out there know about that.
Yeah, well, Jim, you know, I'm blessed to work with a great group of people in the member services team. I work under Bob Kafalis, and JB McNaughton is also part of that team, and Lakshmi Kumar. My focus, though, on the team is really membership recruitment and membership retention. The 2 programs that are near and dear to my heart is the Ambassador Program, and we have a new program coming out in Q2 of 2024 called the Rite Guide. So the Ambassador Program is our recruitment program. What we do is we train and certify Scottish Rite Valley members to go into Blue Lodges to talk about the value of Scottish Rite. We have a tremendous program for any man who decides to want to take that leap of faith and join the Rite. There's so many different programs and resources for them that a lot of them don't know about that. So these men are trained to go and speak to potential candidates about Scottish Rite and what their valley is doing and what makes it unique. And quite frankly, it's a program that's just exploded and taken off. To the flip side, we have the Rite Guide, and the Rite Guide is going to be coming out in Q2 of 2024. The Rite Guide is all about mentoring. The Rite Guide is all about helping an individual when they join Scottish Rite and they join a valley to make sure that they're fully schooled, if you will, educated on what Scottish Rite offers, the programs, the resources, and what makes the valley that they've joined unique. So if you look at membership, you've got that 2 sides of the equation, recruitment and retention. So the Ambassador Program and the Rite Guide complement each other unbelievably well.
Yeah, and I agree with you. We get them in, we're lucky when we get them in, but when we get them in, let's teach them, let's mentor them, let's fulfill the promise.
Yep.
That's what that's all about.
And more importantly, let's keep them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you very much once again for helping me. I'm going to send this over to Marcus. He's with your Commander-in-Chief to tell us a little bit about what happens here at the Valley of Hudson.
Great. Thanks, Jim.
All right.
So, Bob, I understand the Valley of the Hudson has a really unique history, and I'd love to hear about that.
Well, we came to the realization that Scottish Rite wasn't represented very well in between New York City and Albany. So a couple brothers got together and went around the Mid-Hudson Valley to garner interest in the Scottish Rite. And they came to realize that the best way to do this would be to have the 4 bodies meet in different locations, because we cover 9 different counties.
That's a big area.
Which is a huge area.
Right.
And we make it work. The one thing we do is make sure that the 4 body heads are strong Masons and strong leaders. And believe me, it makes it a lot easier for the Commander-in-Chief. It took some doing. At the time when we first came into being, illustrious Pete Samick was the deputy for New York, and he was a huge help with pushing it through the Northern Masonic jurisdiction, because we weren't quite sure if it was going to pass muster with them, because it's such a unique setup.
Well, I understand our former commander, Pete Samick, is actually in the building and in the degree, I understand?
Absolutely.
Well, he's in the building. We're going to send it over to Jim to have a talk with Pete.
Sounds good.
Commander, it's great to see you again.
No, pleasure's all mine.
Well,
Believe me,
I'm
Jim.
here. No, the honor is mine to be able to introduce my old boss, my old friend, Pete Samick, who was the Sovereign Grant Commander until last August.
That's correct.
And we learned upstairs in talking to your Commander-in-Chief that you're in the play today,
I am.
and that you had something to do with this whole valley coming together. You were deputy at the time.
Yeah, actually I was. And our brother named Ted Harrison came to me and said, I got a proposition for you. And the proposition, of course, was to create this valley. And I thought, why not? If it works, it works. And son of a gun, it did.
And it did work.
But it takes a lot. It takes getting the right people on that bus to make it run.
Right.
And fortunately, over the course of time, the Valley of the Hudson has had the right people on the bus, and they nicknamed this valley the little valley that could, after an old childhood
That's cool.
story. But
And it did.
Yeah, it was working fine. It really is. I'm really proud to be associated with these brothers, and I hope it continues.
Well, you know, one of the things, you were always so supportive of my whole department, whether we're doing degrees, whether we're doing Thursday night at the Rite. But Thursday night at the Rite really only can happen because of the generosity of our brothers.
Oh, absolutely.
So in home, I mentioned it when I was just speaking to Bob Seabolt, that in the homes right now of our members is the Membership Education Fund appeal. And I know that was near and dear to your heart. So actually finding ways to bring membership programming forward.
Oh, sure. And right from the beginning, right from the establishment of that whole fund, I've been supportive of it, and I'll continue to be supportive of it, whether it's by verbally or with my contribution toward it, because I think what we do with funds from that committee is very important and very beneficial to the membership. If you receive some benefit from this, help us out, support us with in any way that you possibly can, because I think it's an excellent opportunity to create educational experiences for our members.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your friendship.